Hey, everybody. So we're going to go live here, and bear with me as I get set up here, please. So, and then we'll go live, get that going.
The beat for F4.
Okay, hold on one second here. That's not going to work. Give me 1 second, guys. Get set up now. Turn Bluetooth off. Okay. 1 second. We'll get me right there. Google Beat. Google Beat. Google Beat. Let's do it. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. Microsoft Beat. So there we go. Let's do it. Here we go. I'll start going through all this stuff and trying to figure out why which name's doing what. To stay with me, guys. Google's up. Microsoft's coming in hard. See if we can figure out what's going on here. Going through it now, see what I can find. Let's go, 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 go. Give me the numbers. AW issue, smartest, it's gotta be their Azure numbers. It's gotta be. It's the only thing that would do it. Operating income, 38 billion. Net income, 27, down 12. Increase 13% diluted earnings scale. Let me go through it. I'm going to go through it line by line. OpenAI. Oh, that's not good. Their OpenAI numbers are awful. Their impact from OpenAI is gross. 7 cents from OpenAI. That's definitely going to be a problem. So that's probably why it's dropping. I'm going to keep going through it, but OpenAI numbers are off. Microsoft, I think that's why it's dropping. There goes Google. Come on, buddy. Get it together. Come on. Bum, 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 bum. Meta's out. Come on. Oh, good God. Meta's a mess. Still going through Microsoft. Meta's a mess. Meta's a disaster. That means they're all going to push to Google. They're all going to push to Google because Google's winning. Google won. Excellent. Meta's a mess. Microsoft's a mess. Google's winning. Let's see what it does here. Stay with me, guys. I got a bunch on here, like a bunch. So I haven't added to anything or done anything. I'll tell you guys if I'm doing anything. Let's see what this does. eBay beat $1.33. Let's see if you're going to hold here, if you're going to break that or not. I need that to hold here. Meta's getting smoked. Stay with me 1 second, guys, and then I'll figure out what I'm doing here. I have a lot of this, so I just got to watch this, see what it does. I don't know. I think it just might be tripping me here, just trying to get me. This was a blowout. And the others are not blowouts, so they're going to look for something. So just give me a minute, and then we'll start flipping. No. Trim some. Starbucks is running. I got to go through that. Meta's a dumpster fire, dude. Like, that's awful. I can go through Microsoft. Microsoft could be it could be a different issue. Give me some time on Microsoft to go through that, because that could be a different issue. Carvana is out. Oh, good God. Give me a minute. Carvana missing. Gross margins are off. Probably goes up. Let me go through this real quick, see what I can get for you guys on some of this. Give me a second here. All right, CapEx on Google. Let's go back to Google. I got a ton of stuff in front of me. Stay with me, guys. I got a ton of information in front of me. All right, Google Cloud revenue beat by 15 versus 14.7. EPS crushed. Ad revenue crushed. Ad revenue on YouTube crushed. Ordinary income was light. No one cared. Alphabet 102. They crushed on revs. Goog search crushed. So the numbers are great, and the CapEx is great. Let me just go through this. Let me just keep going through it all. Maybe it's the search that's doing it. Microsoft beat. You know, Azure's not bad, guys. Like, Azure's not really bad here. I don't know that this stays down. So you came in at 77.6. You were looking for 75. I'm just going to talk it. I can't pop it all on trade and do it all at the same time. Azure came in at 37. I don't know what they were looking for. That's what they were looking for. Cloud revenue was 49. They beat there. I'm just going through all the estimates and looking. They beat. I don't know what they were looking for. I'm trying to see if I can find the issue. The only thing I'm wondering is if it's earnings related, right? And then if it's earnings related, to me, the only thing that I would do with that, if it is earnings related, the only thing I would do with it if it's earnings related is just wait a little bit and then see if they pick it up on the conference call. They've done that in the past because of their currency exchange. So let's see what happens here. Give me a second. Let's just keep looking. Let's just keep going. But there might be something here. There might be a trade there. Let's just watch. See, you're holding the VWAP. I don't know, man. I don't know that that's done. I don't know that Google's done either. I think Google might run again. See, you say you're holding right there? Meta is a dumpster fire, dude. I don't know who they killed, but somebody. Look at that. My God, what a dumpster fire, man. I got to go through that one next. Let's keep going. See, you're holding the VWAP. I don't like doing these, though. I bought this once after hours. It was down $20 in a minute, like literally in a minute. You're going to work, or you're going to pretend that you don't have data? You're going to pretend you don't have data. That's just mean. Of course, this will be up because gross margins are down. Let's just keep going. All right, so you're holding that 286. There's your first 1 minute bar, and you're holding that 285. Let's look at the VWAP there. All right, so you probably want to get over that 287 before you do anything. I'm still long this. I'm not doing anything with it. How much do I have in those? Not much. Wow, this is crazy. Some of these names got smoked. See, that's so interesting. It's a dark cloud cover. See how you took it out over the top here? 296. No, you're actually, this one was higher. All right, you're okay. That was higher. As long as that one's higher, you're okay. Burritos are on the menus, boys. I have to go through it. The headline looks like a beat. Microsoft, I still want to go through this. Let's get back to that, because I actually wonder if that's the one that turns into the conference call. Looks like a pipe dream right now, but I don't know. I think that Google call is going to be amazing. Now must be out. Hold on. 482 versus 427, 34 versus 335. You beat across the board. 5-for-1 stock split on now. See, this was too much for me to put into a video. 5-for-1 stock split. That's probably going to go higher. People love a good stock split. You guys go crazy for stock splits. You guys are nuts for your stock splits. That actually could be a monster. That could actually be a monster. Well, what's happening right now? Did they not know that I'm live? Is that what they're doing, or what's happening right now? Hold on. So if I had puts on this, what I would be doing is I'd be wanting to hear what the conference call is. For one, if I had puts on this, was one of the people's asking me, and then I'd watch these levels. You got to get through the conference call. You got to get through the conference call, but you got to watch 709, and you have to find out why it's down. We have to find out why it's down, because a lot of these are going to have conversion ratio issues, a lot of conversion ratio issues. And I'm wondering if that's what's happening with Microsoft here. See how the point of control is holding on Microsoft? I'm wondering if that's what that's going to be. All right, let me get back through this stuff, guys. No, I don't want that one. I don't want that one. All right. Okay, let me go to this. Hold on, guys. Meta's guided lower. Meta's the guide. $16 billion non-cash charge. I mean, what the hell's that for? Meta took CapEx up from 70 to 72 billion. So that's really good for your SanDisk. That's not SanDisk. Hold on. That's really good for these names. I wonder why they're down. Give me a second here, guys. Let me find the right one. Why is my volume on spiking? All right. These should actually be up. CapEx got raised at Meta. CapEx is being raised at Meta. But the they lowered their revenue. And they took a huge charge that's freaking everybody out. They're going to explain the charge and everyone's going to go, oh, okay. So I don't know that you stay down there for you guys that shorted that. I don't know. I'd watch that like a hawk. You know, if you get over 709, that would be the bar that would concern me. I got a bunch of people that are tagging me that shorted it. So that bar, see that bar right there? That bar is everything. See it? Watch. But wait, there's more. You'll see it right here. You can't really, hold on, I'll pull it up. See that right there? See that volume? Okay, see it? Look at it. It's the most green volume you had since you went. All right, I don't know if that can, will that work? No. All right, I'm not going to change the volume. That's the most green volume you had since the earnings were released. Watch that bar, because if you crack that bar, you lost those buyers, and then it'll crack. It should crack more. That's your control bar. So what you'd probably want to do is just watch that bar to determine whether or not you should cover. Over 709, I'd worry. I knew you were going to turn for me. Do it. Do it. Do it. Meta's got some problems, man. Let's keep going. All right. So what do we know so far? Meta CapEx. We got to listen to that call. What time's that call? ServiceNow is a beast. I suppose it's not up more. Meta flipped. It's flipping to the downside, right? So now you want to watch this bar and see if that doji breaks. Come on, do it. Do it. I got so much of this, Google. It's the only one I went long tonight. Do it. Excellent. Do, 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 do. Hold on one second, guys. I didn't have time to get the camera up, so I'm sorry. No bonding. What the hell is that me? No, I got to get rid of that. Oh, that's me running around like a nut this morning. No, those glasses. If you ever want a girlfriend, don't buy those glasses. And don't tell me you own those glasses and have a girlfriend, because we all know you're lying. Dun, dun. Don't do it. Don't make me hurt you. Don't make me sell. We were having such a great time together. Do, 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 do. Give me a second here, guys. What's the low of that bar? 91. Don't break 91. Ugh. Trimmed. Good. All right, so they got me wedged in here. Let's get to the rest of this. No, you're done. That's toast. They got an issue, man. I don't know that I would short it before the call, but after the call, you might want to short that. Let's go take a look at Microsoft again. Meta's the one that's got trouble for sure. That was the one JP Morgan was telling everyone to buy calls on. Do a call spread. Jesus. Super, super aggressive. Let's go through this. I think Microsoft's the one that could bounce. I'm still going through it all, guys. The alphabet crushed across the board. I just think that I think the alphabet's down because the other two are down. Like I think that's why it's struggling. By struggling, I mean can't break through its primary bar. That's its primary bar. You always have a control bar, right? So you get the first minute, and then you get your first 5, and then your first 15. And so you're not able to get through this primary bar. So that's becoming an issue. Now, maybe you do it on the call. I think these calls start around 4:30. I'll find out what time these calls start, and then we'll go and listen to them. But I really want to see what they're going to say on Meta, because that could just be a disaster. So they're on him because he's spending so much money and he's not getting anywhere with it. I really like the now trade. I'm surprised that that's not up more. It was pretty solid earnings. Let me get off of this. And for the thumbnail on this, everyone thank the concierge. He made that thumbnail. He's killing me. I think he's a test. I do. I think it's a test from God. 5-for-1 stock split. I thought that was going to go. It didn't. I think that still can go. I like the now. I'm surprised that's not doing anything. This is a real problem. Like a real problem. So, and that could take everything down. They could take them all down. I think that's the problem with Google. That's the problem with the Google. So the question becomes, what do I do with the rest of it? Because I'd like to hold it. But if I start taking out the lower low, then it might just be time to call it a day with it, which I really don't want to do. But, oh man, that's bad. God, that's bad. That's just straight selling. See if the algo is going to hold it here. That's got to hold. This is where you would actually look at buying it. And you'd know super fast if it's going to hold there, or the algo is going to take it, or they're not going to take it. Let's take a look at that. See if you're going to bounce or not. You might bounce here. That might be a really interesting spot. You might bounce here. Thank you, British guy. Let's see. Oh boy. If you break that, you're going lower. Like if you undercut, you're going lower. That goes. All right. So let's see if we caught it enough so we can make something off of it. Yay. What are we up? 688. A buck and a half. This goes lower if they can't answer that question on that write-off. And if they can't talk the lower rev, if they can't explain the lower rev, you have an issue there. I really like the now. I just, I'd like it if they gave guidance. I don't see the guidance yet. But this could just be a monster tomorrow. So let's go back to this one. And so what you don't want it to do now is break 685. Super tight stop, guys. Super tight stop because we're trading. It's a pig. So I think the now is way more interesting. I really do. I really wish I had a guidance. I don't see it yet, and I can't switch services where I'm at right now. I'm leaning towards just doing it anyway, and because I'm up so much on some of this other stuff, because I don't think it's going to be a bloodbath if I'm wrong. I just think it's $1,000 stock, so a lot of people don't trade it. But earnings were huge, but I don't see guidance, and maybe they don't give guidance till the service raises subscription revenue, operating margins, and free cash flow guidance. Expects 250 basis points of free cash flow margin expansion. Okay. Fine by me. All right. So that's going to be a winner, I think. Thank you, British guy. Just sitting there. Let's go find out what some of these calls are going to start. Anybody know when these calls start? Microsoft bounce. The Microsoft numbers were decent. The Azure numbers were good, man, but this isn't going to hold. You're not going to hold. You're going to be a bloodbath. You're not going to hold. I got to get out. I got to get out. Got to get out now. See it? See how it's setting up? You're not going to hold that. I don't think you're going to hold that. I really don't. You should have bounced hard. See how you're not bouncing? Microsoft was decent. I actually think Microsoft was the one that was going to had the potential to do this. The Azure numbers were 37%. Adam, if that's what you're looking for, the Azure numbers were right in line in the high 30s. I mean, it's what you want. I told you, you're going to break. It's going to break. I'm out. I'm going to get out of it. I think you take the hedge off. Watch that. I'm going to take the hedge off. I get the Microsoft lifting. See what you do here? See what Google does? The Microsoft numbers were good, Adam. They were really good. I'm surprised you're down. I'm wondering if it's going to be a conversion because they don't do the conversion. They don't hedge the currency. So I'm wondering if that's what it's going to be. All those other numbers should be up, and we'll hear the CapEx and go from there. I think it's going to break. I do. I think it's going to break. Let's go take a look at this. Let's go get some of these conference calls. I got so much crap going on. Let's see if we can find out when these conference calls start. We usually have Meta is what? Let's see what Meta is. Meta is 4:30. Let's go. Listen. All right, so I'm going to throw on Meta while we're talking. And I have their slides too. You can get the slides yourself. Presentation. Here it goes. This thing's toast. It's toast. If they're selling when he's speaking, they got problems. I dropped in the supplement. You can listen to the supplement or read the supplement. Remember when he tried to drink water like a human being? All right. Do I like Meta's RSI now? I didn't like Meta at all here. I thought Meta was the one. Actually thought Meta was the one that could have had a problem, but I didn't think that Microsoft would also have a problem. And I'm not sure that Microsoft actually has a problem. I think with Microsoft, it's the not understanding the currency. If you go back and look at Microsoft over the years, it drops and then they explain their currency hedge and then it goes back after the call. And I think that's what's going to happen here. That's so crazy. He just creates a business that mimics someone else's. And he's like, because they have so many people. It's amazing what they make on this. Earnings they missed. They missed on the revenue, right? On the earnings side. I think everyone's short it, dude. And they're gonna rush in to cover it. Once this rolls again. Let's see when Microsoft starts and Google starts. I think Microsoft's late, right? 5:30 tonight, it looks like. Google's not till 5:30. Probably stops here. So Microsoft and Google are not till 5:30. So we might as well just settle in. Yeah, people are dying for those glasses, buddy. Yeah, Microsoft and Google are not till 5:30. Seeing now is man, OpenAI is getting worse and worse. You got a lot to do. You sure do, buddy. Oh, so you're already done? Yeah, it's you're gonna do it. You're gonna pop over. Let's see what you do here. Microsoft's got nothing to do for the next 45 minutes except grind, right? No earnings, no call for till 5:30. There it goes. That's what you do. I think you're gonna go. I do. I think that this could actually go. I think this can go. I think you can get back up there pretty easy. And then the question really becomes what happens if they're, into earnings, into the conference call if they explain it right. I'm just trimming a little bit of it. You should get back up here. See what you do. I mean, you're holding, so nothing to do. That was really the buy. Yeah, I mean, it got roughly the same price, but up by a dollar and a half. You got a dragonfly at the bottom. I don't think it holds, honestly, if they don't get together on the call. I do think this has a shot, though. Is that a big thing? What's up, Lynn? Microsoft wasn't that bad. I not only was it not that bad, they're I don't know what they want for the cloud numbers. The cloud numbers were great. Oof, shouldn't have had that muffin. I'm sleepy. Google crushed. Now crushed too. I really like this call. I'm really surprised it's not up more. I think it's because it's so thin. Man, oh man, did this thing fall from grace? Not you. I'm talking to my IBKR guy's British. When I enter a trade, he says order filled. That's why I say thank you, little British guy. I'm not getting anywhere with this. Okay. Yeah, they have some issues there. Meta has some issues there for sure. Man, they can't wait to get out of this one either. Mm-mm. We knew the market was kind of frothy. I wonder if this is gonna be the issue. This is not a very exciting call for spending billions and billions of dollars on AI. When this call's over, this thing's a short. Meta's call's done. There's probably a short, unless something happens on these. Unless something big is going to happen on this call with the questions. This is pretty much a disaster. I think the misunderstood one, really, candidly, is Microsoft. And I'm really surprised now's not up more, but I think it will be tomorrow. Yeah, the market tomorrow will be that'll be really interesting to see how that goes. But I think I think we already know that that's going to go really well. And I think that all the basic material names are going to get smoked tomorrow, the rare earth guys. Man, these two really killed my buzz tonight with Google. Google would have been up a lot more. Apple's tomorrow. Microsoft should be super interesting, though. I won't be live for that, but that should be really interesting. What the heck's that? Good. What the heck happened there? You stop making burritos? Look at that one. Oh, for God's sake with this. Oh, I can't wait to hear this. No, they're rolling it. They're rolling Microsoft right over. Jesus. Okay, let's take a look at this. They missed on revenue. Oof. All right, so Chipotle conference call. I don't know what they're saying on that. So expenses are going up. And I don't know what the heck they said on that call. I'll get into it later. It's just going to be way more focused on actually what's driving the moves. I'll get into it later. I can't really get into it now. But people are going to have to, like, people that are in there or people that are going to join are going to have some semblance of what they're doing before joining, or they're going to get lost. That's what I'm starting to realize about it. I think that community. I love the community. I love it. I think it's very hard for her beginner to jump in there, and so I tend to hold back. Um, and I want to stop holding back. All this. What are they hitting here? Mm-mm. Is that what's doing it? Oh, buy the memory names, man. Just buy the memory names. They're telling you what they're doing. Buy the memory names. You might as well just short the hell out of this thing. So they just told you what they're doing. They just told you what they're doing. So what she said there, hold on. Let me go to this. I don't know where I have this thing. Is it? There it is. She just said that they're going to expend way more money than they expected to spend. So they increased spending and the revenue's down. No one's going to like that. That's why it moved here when it moved. So realistically, unless she says something miraculously like just kidding, or they come out with these goggles that people really want. But in all seriousness, I don't know how they reverse this now because she just gave you revenue guidance and said the expenses are going to be higher than expected. So that usually the people are not going to like that. Yeah, they're already up to questions. The increased expenditures and the revenues not commensurate with that, right? They increased expenditures and the revenues not commensurate with that. That's what they're going to hammer them on the call. So what that guy's asking is, you're spending more money. What for? What purpose? What are you going to get from it? That's why they're asking about the capex. So I'm going to clean this all off, and then we'll start over with the big one, which is now this, and then this doji right here, which you've already broken. See what you do. I don't know how you don't lose that bottom. See, there's all this money, and I don't know what they're gonna get from it. Better ads? There's that 23 level, you couldn't even get to it. I mean, it's her job to justify the expenditures that Zuck wants to make, right? Because that's what she's trying to do right now. Thanks, Dan. I mean, oh my god, oh my god. Whatever you're saying, stop talking. Good lord. I mean, how do you screw up a store that sells burritos and chips? No, this headset. Crowded short, guys. Guys asking about it. Is this call still going? I didn't want to short at 36.5 because I thought that was enough. As soon as it broke here, I'm like, "Ah, I missed the cascade." Man, they can't get out of that fast enough. Good lord. That's not retail. It's doing 100 a minute. Whatever he's saying, scaring the bejesus out of people. She's bombing here. It looks like the growth is slowing too on the amount of stores they're opening. Makes you wonder if these guys are just building up all this CapEx because they get to depreciate 100% of it. with that new big beautiful bill lets them take 100% off, like the first year. Where's the put wall in this? You throw it 37 and a half right there. That was your put wall. Put wall on Meta. Meta's toast here, guys. This thing's toast. 680. Man, if 680 doesn't hold. 680 needs to hold. There's 650s on the table tomorrow. This could be really ugly tomorrow. Like really ugly. This seems so excessive. I might listen to this call later tonight. I'm not going to stay for the Google call and the Microsoft call. I wanted to do this live because I thought it'd be helpful. Hopefully it was. I'll take questions before we wrap it up, but they're just yammering on now. Meta was an issue. If Meta wasn't there, I think the market would be up a lot more. I think Google would be up a heck of a lot more. I don't know what your positions are, KT. I wouldn't know how to tell you how to hedge. I would have to know what your positions were to explain how I would hedge. And then I'm guessing. I mean, what did they do? Good lord. Some of these are just bloodbaths, man. Alright. Yeah, I mean, there's certain names that are benefiting, dude. It's true, dude. Like, get it together. Agreed. Like, man, get it together. Alright, I'm done. I'm leaving. I'm leaving them. I'll take questions. I'm gonna wrap it up. Um, I I agree. I think that's I think that's a question for some places. I think Meta's like Me Too. Like Meta's the Me Too kid, right? Meta's the guy that goes out there and says, "Oh, I'm going to do this too, and we're going to create this large language model, and we're going to do this." And like, where's the program? Like, Anthropic's killing everybody. You know what I mean? When you go and look at it, like Anthropic is crushing people. OpenAI is just a mess right now, but Anthropic is just crushing people. So, um, it's definitely something it's on my radar for sure. But I agree with you. I think you have to think about like you're spending money, like, and you can hear it in their voices. Like, what are you doing? Like, where's this going? And so that in and of becomes a question. But if they tell you that they're spending more, they're not going to stop spending because you ask a question, right? So, like, if you think about what they're doing or what he's doing or what he's done, it's pretty simple stuff. So, like, he changed the damn name of the company because he wanted everybody to be a giraffe. So if he wants to go spend $100 billion, and they're fine building out the infrastructure because they're getting the write-off, because the big beautiful bill, it increased capex, because the big beautiful bill allowed these guys, Jeffrey, to go out there and spend whatever the heck they wanted and get 100% deduction that year versus 5 years. They don't have to spread it out. They can write the whole damn thing off the first year. That's what that bill did. So it's going to spur demand from that standpoint alone. So even if they don't use it right away, they're like, we might as well take the tax write-off now because we might not get it after the midterms, right? So I do think there's some of that associated with it. So I'd watch that. I'd see how that goes. Um, what else? This thing's just going to be all over the place. There's nothing really I can do with it. Too thin to trade. Just have to write it out. So I do think there's something to that. The question becomes who's benefiting. I mean, I think Anthropic's killing it. I think AWS is killing it, but they might have issues tomorrow night. So, but overall, yeah, I think Meta's got some issues here, like real issues on their spending. And I understand he wants to be relevant and this and you're going to wear glasses, dude. Those glasses don't solve a problem. If I'm sorry, but if your product does not solve a problem, nobody needs it. Nobody needs your glasses. Like, nobody. Seriously, it doesn't solve any freaking issue whatsoever. So, like nothing. Yeah, I'm not going to do anything with you. Nothing for me to do there. Just so damn thin. Let's go through some of these real quick. I think you're going to break. CVNA, it's a tough short. This is crazy to me that you can't, you can't get any footage. Microsoft's the dark horse for tonight still. And I'm really curious what Google has to say. Hopefully that holds. But they can't get out of this fast enough. Out of all the names that they really like, you're selling 1 million shares of CMG after hours. Like, that's not retail. That's institutions. They're getting out, and for whatever reason, they want out. So they heard something they didn't like. That's for sure. And I don't know what happened here. I can't wait to listen to this call. Sprouts, I mean, something. Let's go through these. Get on the wait list. Make sure you get on the wait list, D. Links should be in description. Hopefully he set that up. He made this awful thumbnail. Hold on 1 second. Make sure that's in there. I'll put that in there so that you guys can grab it. This will get you on the wait list. That'll get you on the wait list. That link gets you on the wait list. And I can actually do it this way too. I should have done this earlier. I should actually do this all the time because people are always asking how to get on the darn thing. Let me do it this way. And then I can pin it, right? I can pin it somehow. I can go on them internets, can I? All right. And then there it is. And then pin it. Yay, it's pinned. And that'll get you there. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that call. It must have been a disaster. Yeah, I know. I got to figure that out. I know. I got to get it together, dude. You have no idea. I have so much going on. And it's not even going to be 5 days anymore. I'm going to cut it to 3 to give people in. I have too many people, and then I got to like sort through it all. This thing's in a lot of trouble, dude. Like a lot. You know, you always lose one. That's the one we're going to lose. Oh, I love this now. I got an $8 spread. Why don't you just kick me in the groin? What am I supposed to do with an $8 spread? What am I supposed to do with that? Like for real, like what am I supposed to do with an $8 spread? All right. What else you got? Anybody else? Pretty much. I'm not going to do anything with it anyway. Every time I swear this thing can't go any lower, it goes down another $1. You might as well just buy calls. You must as well just buy calls and CVNA first thing tomorrow morning. Everyone and their sister is going to cover. Biggest issue you're going to have tomorrow is going to be, to me, it's going to be Meta and is the AI spend really working? Microsoft's got to come through tonight. I think they're going to too. And I think Google's going to be huge. So I don't know who that is. I think Meta raises the question of does this CapEx make sense? I think it's on the exchange rate, dude. I think it's on the exchange rate, Dales. And I think it might come out. I really think that might come up on the market. Meta's done. That's it. It's over. It's a wrap. So that's like a perma short for the night. Once the conference is over and you're doing that, see ya. It's a wrap. I don't really get the now dropping, but it's super thin, so it could be anything. I can look at Clint. Thanks, buddy. Have a good night, man. Yeah. I actually think these names look fantastic. You went to 1200, huh? I think these names look fantastic. I think if you're into storage, like you have to think about it. Like Zuckerberg doesn't care what analysts think. He's going to spend whatever he wants to spend, So like he truly doesn't care what people think. So like he just doesn't. I mean, and if you're him, why would you? Do you know what I mean? Like even if you're him, you probably don't even want to stop CapEx because you're just going to piss off the administration. Oh, we got to slow down because the economy's not great. Like you're going to get a phone call. You're going to get one of those Bezos phone calls when you talk about tariffs. Like nobody wants that. All right, I got to go, guys. Make good choices. Kava's not down on sympathy. Kava charges $78 for an avocado. All right, guys. See you. Have a good night, man.